A few months back, I was in the market for a new belt. I didn't know what brand of belt I wanted to get, but I knew I wanted an American-made belt. Then, coincidentally, an ad played right before one of my friend's YouTube videos for an American-made belt made by a company called GRIP6. Well, I'd never heard of this company before, so I looked them up. While I was on their website, I did a little shopping, and I found the work belt. And I thought this might be exactly what I'm looking for. It's American-made, it's kind of durable, it looks like it'll go with my work uniform, and I'm at work a lot, so this is probably what I want to buy and try out. Now, those of you who know me know I'm a sucker for free shipping. And you can't get free shipping off their website if you just buy one belt, but you can if you buy two. So I decided to get the Work Belt Pro, as it's similar, and that way I've got one for work and one for when I'm not at work. Now, these belts don't buckle conventionally, and for some people it might seem a little bit difficult at first, but GRIP6 has a YouTube channel where they have instructions showing how to buckle these belts. Once you get used to it, it's really no big deal. I went to that YouTube channel and learned how to buckle the belt, and while I was there I checked out a few other videos, and it kind of intrigued me a little bit about the company. So I went back to their website and I found out that they're based in Salt Lake City, Utah. Well, I was planning a road trip where I was actually going to be passing through Salt Lake City, Utah, so I emailed the company and asked if there was a way I could get a tour of their factory and make a YouTube video out of it. A member of their marketing team, Q, got back with me and he arranged the whole thing. When I showed up at the factory, I really didn't know what to expect. I kind of thought I'd be in and out. I was there for over two hours and I got a full tour of the facility. Now, for those who don't know me, I'm in automotive manufacturing in Southeast Michigan. And even though they don't make cars there, manufacturing is manufacturing. So no matter what member of their team that I spoke with, we spoke the same language. And I was really impressed with their operation. So in this video, you're going to see the best footage from that tour. Now, the video and audio quality are not exactly the best because the camera I was using, the mic on it was kind of overwhelmed by some of the background noise of the manufacturing and that sort of thing. But I think overall you can get a good idea of what they're doing at GRIP6 and where they're going and the kind of products they offer. Also, the video might seem a little bit dated because when I was there, they were in the process of relocating to a larger facility across the street. The company is growing, the company is expanding its product line, and the company, just overall what I saw as somebody else who's in manufacturing, I was really impressed with the direction the company is going in. So, you will be seeing some GRIP6 product reviews on my channel. GRIP6 has provided me with some products to try out, but I've also purchased some out of my own pocket. The belts that I bought initially that got this whole thing started, I was actually filming review videos while I was on the road before I visited the factory. After I left the factory with a few products they provided me, I started making videos about that. And since I've been home from the road trip, I've placed 3 orders with GRIP6. As a matter of fact, everybody's getting GRIP6 socks for Christmas this year. So you will be seeing some GRIP6 videos on my channel. I've decided to create a playlist on it, and over time I may be purchasing more items from them as I'm really interested in what they have to offer. And if you have bought anything from GRIP6 in the past and you haven't checked them out in a while, go to their website, check it out, because they're constantly adding more things. So what you see today, you're going to see a lot more in the future. So with that long-winded explanation about how I ended up in Salt Lake City, here's the factory tour video. Thanks for watching.
These are just some 3D printing / lasers that the engineers play with. Our engineer team is pretty big. I think it sits usually around 12 people, which is pretty high for like 75 total employees. So our ratio of engineers to production workers is really high. The reason for that is our engineers don't really make belts. They make machines that make belts. They're working on automation processes. They're really focused on the higher level stuff. Right now, most of them are focusing on getting this titanium series ready to go.
All right, so you start off with, I can't even get this thing out of here. All right, so this is just, is this a powder coat finish or?
It's an anodized finish.
Okay, so this is actually anodized. Oh, okay, yeah, turning it to the side, I can see that now. And then you would put it in here, and this would laser etch your design?
Yep. And it's a laser that removes the anodized finish, leaving a near metal color. So it's two.
Okay, now I'm understanding what you were explaining to me off camera. Okay, so you start with this, and as you laser it off, that's how you get that pattern. Okay.
Exactly. see some of the work. So we anodize and cut the plates just like we do our belts. Same exact aluminum is made in our wallet plate. And then they're assembled here with these really small screws that are placed inside a glue with a tube so that they stay for a long time. And gives us that. Technically, aluminum is RFID blocking. It's one of the sub benefits of using aluminum.
Okay.
So we don't have to actually add anything. They're just naturally RFID blocking, which is something some people worry about. Some people don't care.
I think that's an interesting feature. You know, if somebody's looking for something like that, it provides security.
Yep. And then this is what a finished wallet would look like. I don't know if this is a working one or a seconds, but there's a mechanism. We plastic injection mechanism. And what it does is there's a mechanism inside. When you squeeze this lever, 6 cards will come up. And the way it's designed to raise your cards up so that you can have access to any of the cards. And I'll show a demonstration of that later when we have the real model out there. But
So for somebody who likes to carry a lot of credit cards, it comes in handy.
yeah, it is a little bit minimalistic. It can hold 6 inside, but you can see it arrays the cards out.
Okay, let me step back a little bit. I think I'm in a little too close. Okay.
So that you can grab any card from the number of cards here instantly, and then you just pop it back down, and they're locked in.
Okay.
So it may not be the most skinny minimalistic wallet, but I think as far as time it takes out of pocket to paying and back in, you're not going to beat it. So that's kind of what our big selling point is on the wallet. Break room, so nothing there. This first robot right here, so we got automation on it. They're doing some manual grinding right now. So
Okay.
these automation machines are pretty incredible. This robotic arm is programmed, so we'll show you the CNC later, but cut out belt, put it into a feeder right there. This robotic arm is capable of grabbing a buckle, taking a photo of it, engineering, working out, I guess, the drill bit down below, the imperfections, flipping it around, doing the same on the other side, and then dropping it either into a box or to the next part of the process, which is what our engineers are working on right now. They're working on it being complete from start to finish, put it in the robot. It can do the, I guess, smoothing out of the edges, the bending, and the stamping all in one go. That's our next goal for automation. We're not quite there yet as far as I understand, but hopefully soon. But the robots are capable of doing about 1,200 buckles a day. We got tumblers, where you know what the process of tumbling is. We have these 2 little ones, and then like 3 or 4 in the back, and then the big drum tumbler. Liquid, and then smooth out the belts. So the final process before anodizing into there. They're good to go. Behind us is our big CNC. This is the one that makes all of our belts. belts. Right now I'm doing hangers. I'm currently making our hangers, which come in our belt packs. The hangers hold 6 different hooks to hold your belts up. You can get a collection going. Some of our collectors absolutely love them. So even the little peripherals that we sell, we make in-house, you know. How easy would it be for us to contact China, get a manufacturer to make 10,000 of these things for 25 cents a piece, take away plastic, ship them over, you know, but we really care about the whole process, we care about the whole experience, and we have the materials and the means, so we design the hanger ourselves and make it in-house. It does mean it's more expensive, but we include it in the packs so that, you know, if you bought a 3-pack of belts, you can get a hanger so you have somewhere to put them in your house. The final process of what a belt would look like. This is a work belt. The anodizing is what gives it color, so we don't do the color. All of them look like this, gunmetal. So they're cut out. This is what they'll look like if they're a cut out belt. This is ready to go.
Hi, puppy.
And this part, these are titanium, so this is the CNC that's doing the titanium.
Okay, this is one of your titanium designs?
It'll be this is before it's colored or bent or anything, so it's not finalized, but it's a contour is what we're going to be calling it.
Okay.
It's a topographical map design.
I just want to say, as an American auto worker, I just want to say thanks for having a product that's made here in America, American labor, American tooling, American materials. I'm very supportive of things made in America, so thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Anything else you want to for the camera? Is that good?
That's about it, because people who watch my channel know that there's certain quirks I have. One of them is made in America.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, I gotta admit, I do like Mexican beer. So I don't buy everything made in America. Obviously, I'm wearing a Taurus shirt. Not everything Taurus is made in America. This shirt probably isn't made in America. But it is good to see that there are companies out there, and not just where I'm at. I mean, in Southeast Michigan, the auto industry is huge, and there's other industries there that piggyback off of that. So you've got a lot of American labor and that sort of thing. But when I go to other parts of the country, who would think there's a factory in Salt Lake City? You know, so I kind of like that. I really do.
Yeah, we're all about like doing yourself. Yeah, I mean the whole thing about American made, it's not really it's not like a nationalist thing. It's not like America's best and we should always. But it's like it's an independence thing. When you give everything away as far as manufacturing, you're giving away your economy, you're giving away innovation, you're giving away jobs. It's like, and it's just not sustainable.
Yeah, it's hard to get that back. It really is. It's really hard to get that back. So for your customers, I think it's important that they know, or at least the way I'm presenting your product, that their money is going back into this country, supporting American jobs, and that money trickles back into the economy. I've seen it myself over the decades, and I think that's good. Not to mention, even though I'm kind of new to this product, and I'm kind of interested to really try it out to see what sort of, see what it'll do. I think that your product, from what I've seen so far, is competitively priced, and now I'm kind of interested in those wallets too.
Yeah, try them out. We're cool.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for
and
coming.
thanks for letting me take a look around.
Yeah,
You know, from somebody in manufacturing to somebody in manufacturing.
Yeah, very cool.
First form that we get the aluminum in right here, it's suction cupped up onto that machine, pushed into the CNC, and that's where it makes belts. Our wallets, 4 hangers, all of them. Okay, so this is what we call the quiet side. Our fulfillment, our straps. This is a laser machine, which we can talk about in a little bit. This is an injection molder for the end of our belts.
So this part I would actually understand. This is the injection molding machine. This is a vertical injection molding machine. And this makes the piece at the end of the belt. Get it in frame here. You can see this is a runner, just like what you might see in some of the videos on one of my B channels, where this is the leftover piece after you inject the plastic into the mold. So the plastic's going to come through here and it's going to go to different cavities in the mold, so you can make multiple pieces with one mold instead of making them one at a time. And then you just cut off the runner And this can be reground and recycled depending on the material. It can be reused immediately, or it can be sent away and be reconstituted and recycled. So in the video where you show how to resize it, how to cut it and melt it, you can do that at home with scissors and a lighter. However, you do it on an industrial scale here with your machine that melts the ends and stamps it to give it a nice clean finish. And before that, it looks like this, and then you insert it into one of these machines here, and this does it on an industrial scale instead of having somebody here with a pair of scissors and a Bic lighter.
Put spindles of nylon in here, and it'll roll them to length and cut them.
And here's where you can check the size to verify. Okay. So this machine laser etches the logo onto the belts. The buckles are loaded into the machine, and it just travels back and forth and etches the logos. And they can do custom logos, they can do company logos, they can do a logo that you send them as a JPEG image, they can do one-offs, they can do batches, whatever you're looking for, they can go ahead and laser engrave that into the belt buckle.
Here's some examples. You can get these on camera. These are all messing around with if you want to.
So here's some, oh, I love this one. This one is definitely me. That one is, yeah.
And just some.
That's great.
And if you do put it, you can mention that you can get any logo as long as you have licensing for it. If you created it, we'll do it for you. If it's a flag, we have the rights to do. Almost every country gives the rights. You can make a flag product. So if you have a state flag, a Texas flag, Arizona, California, we'll do those. And if you have a troop number, military reference, usually we have the rights. We can do those.
Because our tax dollars pay for all that stuff.
Exactly. There you go.
Can you tell what time of the year I'm filming this? So when I ordered my belt, it was packaged up here and shipped out from here.
Probably likely from one of our smaller booths over there, which I'll show you. But this is for large orders, like when we ship off to Amazon. Or
oh, okay. Oh, that's right, because your products are sold, some of them. I don't think everything.
Very limited selection on Amazon. Yeah.
All right, so the fulfillment center is buckles on the right, and then a table in the middle with computer that has the order information and label printer, and then the belts on the left, different colors and lengths, and you just assemble them and package them up. All right, so these straps, the color options that they have, they kind of remind me of a tie. So with the right buckle, you could actually wear these nylon belts with maybe some dress slacks or khakis or something like that. And this is the 1.5, whereas I'm wearing a 1 3/4. This is the mid-weight belt. And I'm kind of interested, look at this pattern right here. I'm kind of interested to try something like this. Maybe even, yeah, maybe even some sort of dress type application. That might actually work.
We realized that pretty quickly. BJ realized how many belts he was selling. Right? He had to roll them up. So he came up with a clever little tool. Let me make sure I get this the right direction for you. And 3D printed these little holders so that a fulfillment order can come in, slide it in, push the pedal, and boom, belts rolled up. So that's how we roll up our belts, and they get placed in the box like that. And then this one will hold 2, so that's kind of how it works. And then if you want to hold that for me while I roll up the second one. And then when you roll up just the strap, it's perfect because it has a little catch right there. Whoop, right up, boom, done, placed in the box. Little things like that, little inventions, little things to add to productivity.
It's a time saver.
Awesome.
We do this at the auto factories. We try to find ways to save time, move things around, try out stuff, actually see what it does. So it's really just, it's a spindle with a slot cut in it, and you can slide the belt down into the slot. There's a foot pedal down below, and it just rotates it counterclockwise.
Alright, so loop versus no loop. Functionally, they work the same. They're still the same trigger mechanism, still the same action. You'll notice the loop is connected to that trigger. Really what it does for me is it's a fidget toy. I love spinning it, I love playing with it, but also Kind of helps with pocket orientation. When you pull it out, you know exactly where you're supposed to squeeze. That's the only benefit. If you think, oh, that's too bulky, go with the non-loop. It's optional. That's why we have both.
Lots of inventory. Even the storage cabinet is made in America. Alright, so these machines are spinning their wool blend. This is American-made wool, and it's blended with other materials for comfort and durability. And this is where they make socks. And their sock line is constantly getting expanded. And this is something that you could order with a belt and try out for yourself, and keep watching to see what new products keep coming along in their stock line. So here's one of the titanium buckles. This shape represents the molecular structure of titanium. And if you turn it sideways, you can see that it's chromatic here. It's changing colors. We've got green, purple, blue. So head on, you're seeing the dull metal finish of titanium. But from the side, you get this prismatic kind of rainbow effect. It's really kind of neat.